Once upon a time, in a bustling city, there lived a little girl named Pravalika, who was 8 years old. She had loving parents, but their lives were filled with work. Her father, a busy businessman, and her mother, a successful doctor, were always rushing between meetings, phone calls, and late-night shifts. They often told Pravalika how proud they were of her, but somehow they never had enough time to spend with her. Every day, after school, Pravalika would sit quietly in her room, wishing for someone to play with. She would gaze out of her window, watching the other children play in the park with their parents. Sometimes she would even look up at the stars, hoping one would fall, maybe to make a wish or to bring something magical into her life. One evening, as Pravalika lay in her bed, staring out the window, something extraordinary happened. A tiny, glowing star streaked across the night sky, leaving a trail of shimmering light behind it. Pravalika's eyes widened in awe. She whispered to herself, "I wish I could have someone to spend time with, someone who would make me smile." She closed her eyes and drifted off to sleep, her heart filled with a mixture of hope and longing. The next morning, Pravalika woke up to a soft rustling sound beside her bed. When she opened her eyes, she gasped in surprise. Right next to her was a tiny, fluffy puppy with big brown eyes that seemed to sparkle with mischief. It was wagging its tail happily, looking up at her as if it had been waiting for her to wake up. Pravalika squealed with joy. A puppy, a real puppy. She scooped it up into her arms and hugged it tightly, her heart soaring with happiness. She named him Star, because she believed the star from the night before had brought him to her. From that moment on, Pravalika and Star became inseparable. She spent every moment she could with him, playing in the park, teaching him tricks, and taking him on little adventures around the neighborhood. Star was always there, wagging his tail, making her laugh, and filling her days with joy. As the days went by, Pravalika's parents started to notice something had changed. They found Pravalika laughing and playing outside, a bright smile on her face. They had never seen her so happy, so full of life. But they also realized something else they had been missing out on their daughter's life. They had been so caught up in their work that they had forgotten the most important thing of all, spending time with Emma. One evening, after a long day at work, Pravalika's father sat down with her and said, "Pravalika, we've been so busy with work lately, and we haven't spent enough time with you. We've made a mistake. We promise we'll do better. We want to be there for you." Her mother, too, smiled softly and added, "We're going to make more time for you, Pravalika. You're our little star." And so, from that day forward, Pravalika's parents began to prioritize family time. They went on weekend trips, played games together, and had dinners and led happily life.
Hi, I'm Pravalika. Please like, share, and subscribe to our Golugadia channel.